welcome. This is Cheryl, aka Artsy Island Girl, for Love from Lizzie, sharing the March 2026 card kit. Now, their kits are jam-packed with so many goodies. There is this Drift Away paper pack. I'm going to use this in the video today. We have some foil papers. These are about 5.5 inches by 8.5 inches in a variety of different colors as well as glitter and foil. Then there are some peel off border stickers, and then we have a bunch of other goodies. These ones are more the ocean beach nautical type theme. There are embellishments in the embellishment pack, lots of different variety in here. I always love all the different variety that there are in these kits and how many different ways you can use them. And the variety of embellishments in this pack means that you can do many, many different things, and you can create a ton of cards. I'm going to create 4 cards in this video, and then I'm doing a video for my own channel where I'm creating 4 cards. Now, there are the stamp set here. I'm going to be just using the waves stamp for this video because the rest of the stamps are definitely more on the ocean nautical theme. We have some colored cardstock here that I'm going to be using for my mats, as well as some glitter cardstock, some stickers, some acetate if you wanted to create a shaker card with that star shaped or the star confetti. There is another paper pack here that I'm going to be using in my other video because it's more of the nautical ocean theme. The pre-printed die cuts have kind of 2 themes to them. Well, actually kind of 3. So there's some that are beachy ocean nautical. There's some that are florals. And then there's some that are more on the celestial side. So for this video, I'm going to focus on those florals. For the video on my channel, I'm going to be focusing on the nautical, beachy, oceany ones. I'm not going to do anything with the celestial style ones for either video. But you can certainly do that. And with those embellishments, there's a lot of different embellishments that work well with those pre-printed celestial die cuts. And there's a ton of die cuts in that package there. You can create a ton of cards here. So the only thing that I've added for cardstock is my A2 card bases. I have just some white card bases. In order to have my cardstock go a little farther, I like to cut out of the centers of them. I'm using the Stitched Rectangles die set. This isn't included in the kit. It's an add-on that is available from Love from Lizzie. And I wanted to use it for my layers because I like the stitch detail to it. To add a little bit of extra shimmer, I'm using the Ivory Pearl Embossing powder around the outside edges. I just used a little bit of embossing ink, just rubbed my paper around the outside edges with that embossing or in that embossing pad, and then put that Ivory Pearl embossing powder on it. It's really subtle. It's like a pale gold. It's almost like a pastel gold, if you will. It's a beautiful, beautiful gold. Gold tends to not be one of my favorite colors because it's too much on the yellow side, but this one is absolutely stunning because it's more like a buttery gold color. Now I'm going to add a sentiment to this particular card. Now the sentiments in the stamp set for this month are more on the nautical side, the ocean side. So I chose the stamp set from last month. There's a stamp on there that says thanks a bunch. I thought that worked well with the florals. So for this particular one, I have one of my layers cut with the stitched rectangles, and I just inked the thanks part of that sentiment so that I only have a sentiment that says thanks on the bottom left-hand corner. Now I want to add that gold edge around it. So I once again rubbed that cardstock in the embossing pad, dipped it in that embossing powder, and I'm going to melt that around the edges. Now when you do it this way, you're not going to get a pristine look to it. It has more of a organic mixed media style look to it. But I really love the look with that gold around the outside edges. It's absolutely stunning. Now I also want to add a little bit of gold to the gold print in the pre-printed die cuts. So I'm using an embossing pen, just adding dots where I want my gold embossing powder to stick. So the centers of the flowers has some gold printing on there. It's not foil gold, so it's not metallic printing. It's just kind of a gold, pale yellow color to it. So I wanted to add that little bit of metallic touch as well as that little bit of dimension you get with embossing. So I used that embossing pen on those areas where I wanted that embossing powder to stick, then put it into that embossing and then use my heat gun to melt it. You don't see it a whole lot on the video, but it's really, really pretty in real life. Now we're ready to start assembling our card. I'm going to start with my bottom layer from my mat, and you see it has that opening in it. Because we're putting another layer as well as the next layer on top of it, you're never going to know that that cardstock was cut out. It's a great way to extend your cardstock if you're getting low on a certain color, or if you're wanting to use it with specialty cardstocks just to extend that specialty cardstock. It's a great way to do that. I do this quite often. Why not get 2 different die cuts out of one rather than using a second piece for that second die cut? Then I'm using my glue to glue that floral die cut, and you can see it fills most of that card up. I love that it extends past that navy rectangle, and we see the hints of that ivory pearl embossing around the outside edges of several of those layers. For the next card, I have a couple more layers. I'm doing all of my layers for all of my cards with this video with the rectangle stitch or stitched rectangle die set. So all of my layers are die cut from different sizes of that, and there's a ton of different sizes to pick and choose from. To add a little bit of texture to my background, I'm using that wave stamp set stamp from the coordinating stamp set, and I'm just stamping it with embossing ink on the background of my white piece here as well as my navy. The navy is going to go behind that white piece, so we're only going to see the outside edges, but it's just easier to stamp all the way across it. Then we're going to use that ivory pearl embossing powder on top of it. Now, when you're embossing, you don't have to worry about being frugal with your embossing powder, because anything that doesn't stick to that embossing ink will go right on the scrap piece of paper that you're pouring it on. It gets poured right back into the container, so there's no waste to it. Once I have that powder on the embossing ink, I can use my embossing tool to melt that powder, and you can see exactly when it's melted. And I love the finish. It looks gorgeous on the light cardstock as well as the dark cardstock. It's a little bit more visible on the dark, but it's absolutely stunning on the light as well. And a perfect way to just add a little bit of extra texture to that background. Now, technically it's waves, but you don't necessarily see that when we have all of our layers together and then have our florals on top of it. Because I was turning my stamp around, it just kind of looks like a swirly pattern, as well as the fact that you don't have a repeated pattern to it. So once again, I'm going to use that embossing pen and just add touches of that ivory pearl embossing powder to different areas of the die cut. Another option here would be to use, say, a glue pen and then put some loose glitter on top of it. In my next card and then the last card, I'm going to be using some glitter glue, which is a glitter that has glue with it in a fine tip bottle, and it makes it really easy to add glitter wherever you want it and be precise with it. So you could do that as well, but I really love the look of that ivory pearl on the dark die cuts. Blues are typically not a traditional floral color, so I just really love the blues in here and the combination of them. So I'm going to put that first layer down, or my first frame down, and again, just like my last card, I use this for this mat as well as cutting out a mat in the center of it. Then I added my printed paper from that Drift Away pack. All of the printed papers that I'm using on these cards are from that Drift Away pack. Then I'm putting my next layer here. This is the one that we embossed on, and then our cream one that we embossed on. Now again, because this one goes right on top of that blue one, we're only seeing hints of that embossing on that blue one, but having that light color in the center, it really sets off the die cuts. Now, to give the die cuts just a little bit more dimension, I'm going to put some foam dots on there. These are thinner foam dots, so they're not super thick, but they're just going to add just a touch of dimension to this floral piece, have it stick up just a little bit more. Now, I have some round dots here. They're a little bit too big for those leaves, so I just cut them in half. They're super easy to cut to make them a smaller size if you need them. Once I have them on the back, and you can see that I'm pretty generous with them on the back because I want to make sure that that die cut is supported. When you're creating with printed paper die cuts, often they're like a thinner paper. They're not really thick cardstock. So I want to make sure that it's well supported by adding enough of those foam pop dots on there. So I take the backings off of those and then add it to the front of the card. Now this card, I didn't add a sentiment to it. You could easily put one on the inside. I typically like to wait till I know what I'm going to use a card for before I add sentiments to it. That way I can customize the sentiment to what I'm going to be using it for. So for this next card, once again, I'm going to use that Thanks a Bunch stamp from the February 2026 kit. And again, you could swap it out for other sentiments if you would like as well. This time I am doing the full Thanks a Bunch. So I inked it with that embossing ink and then poured that Ivory Pearl embossing powder on top of that. Next, we're going to add a little bit of those waves, the texture from those waves, to the outer frame for this card. So I'm putting that stamp in the embossing ink and just twisting it and turning it as I am stamping it around the outside of that frame. Just like the inner frames, I'm only going to see the outer edge of this, so we're really only going to see a little bit of that gold, but it's just going to add that extra little bit of texture. It's also going to tie it in with the other areas that I use that Ivory Pearl embossing powder. So once we've poured that powder on there and put the excess back in the container, I can use my embossing tool to melt that powder on the navy cardstock. So I'm using the Ivory Pearl embossing powder here to add that texture. You could, if you wanted, you could stamp it with a gold ink if you wanted to have the texture from the gold, but not actually have it raised, have it a little bit more even or flat with the cardstock. That is an easy way to do that. So with this card, just like my navy blue piece, cutting out the mat from the center, this one I did that ivory cardstock, cut the mat out from the center. I didn't want to add any more colors of cardstock from my stash. I wanted to utilize the ones in the kit as best as possible. So I'm only using the colored cardstocks from the kit so I don't have to worry about coordinating those colors. I always love working with paper kits or card making kits because they have a bunch of items that coordinate really well with each other. And it makes it so that it takes very little time to pick and choose exactly what you're going to use because you don't have to take time to pull out cardstocks to match different shades. So for this one here, I have two floral sprigs, and then I have a bunch of single pre-printed flower die cuts. I'm just going to layer them on top of each other. This time, to add that little bit of sparkle to the center of the flowers, I'm going to be using some glitter glue. That glitter glue is going to add a little bit of extra texture as well as that sparkle. So by using that glitter glue, we also get the texture from it as well. Embossing powder has some texture to it, but not quite as much as glitter glue would. For those center florals, I'm adding some glue dots, or I added a glue dot to one of them, and then I'm tucking some other florals behind there just to fill it in a little bit more. I wanted to fill a little bit more of that background off. So when I'm putting those stickles on there, the glitter glue on there, I'm just putting dots in the center of the flowers. I'm not adding a ton of it. The more you add, the longer it takes to dry. And when it comes to glitter glue, I find less is more. When you add too much, it just kind of overwhelms it and it just takes away from those beautiful die cuts. For my last card here, I have some lighter blue cardstock for my mats. I used up all of my navy, so I'm using the lighter cardstock from this kit here. I'm going to put some of those waves or the swirls in my background to go behind my floral die cut. So I just stamped it twice with the swirls kind of facing out from where I plan on putting my floral die cut. I'm going to emboss it. And again, if you didn't want to add that extra texture from the embossing, just gold ink and stamping it would work as well. I just love the look of the texture that it gives on those die cuts. I think it just really, on that background, it just adds some extra areas for your eyes to take in some of the detail. So for this particular die cut, I'm going to do some of the embossing with the Ivory Pearl for detail, and I'm going to do some with that glitter glue. So I put the embossing pen on the areas that I want the embossing powder on, put my powder on, and I'm melting it. Now this particular die cut has a couple little sprigs that look like they're gold glitter. So once I have my card assembled, I'm going to add the glitter glue to those areas. I always do the glitter glue the last step so that I can leave my completed card to completely dry without touching it. I don't want to put that onto the die cut and then try to assemble my card before it's dry. Much easier to assemble everything knowing it's exactly where I want it to go and then put the glitter glue on there last. Now for this card, I didn't use that wave stamp to add gold detail to my light blue mats, but you certainly could. It would be a great way to incorporate that gold in there and add a little bit of texture to it. So I'm adding my layers together. I like to put an acrylic block over my layers while they're drying. It just keeps everything nice and flat and it frees up my hands for working with other things. I do this quite often. That way I can work on other things while I know everything is drying and I don't have to hold anything down. Once I have everything layered together, I'm going to put the glitter glue in those areas on those sprigs that I was talking about. Let that dry for just a few moments. Now, before or while it's drying, I'm going to be really, really careful. There's some gems in the embellishment pack that I just wanted to scatter around the background just to add a bit of sparkle to that background. So here is that finished card, and you can see we've got all of those layers from the stitch rectangle die cuts. We have that extra bit of texture with that embossing on the background, as well as that ivory pearl embossing on our floral die cuts. And then we have those sparkly gems and that glitter glue on the die cuts that catch the eye as well. Here is another one. This one obviously has more darker tones, but because those die cuts have that white halo around the die cut itself, it really shows up on the dark cardstock. On the lighter ones, you can see it kind of blends in a little bit more. You don't see that white halo quite as much. I really love the look of it on those dark ones. These florals are absolutely beautiful, and I love that they're included with the pre-printed die cuts in this kit. You'll find all the Love from Lizi products that I've used listed and linked down in the description box below, and you can find more inspiration on the future March 2026 kits coming up, as well as the video on my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic day.